Hey, it's John Siskovich, and I'm here with April's Farm Finance Challenge report for Camps Road Farm. Doesn't look so good. Stick around, I'll explain it. So part of life is just learning lessons, gaining perspective, not making the same mistake twice, all that kind of stuff. And man, it's really hard. Farming's really difficult, and it's weighing on me. I've been wearing my grumpy pants a lot lately. And part of that is that the numbers that you see on Farm Finance Challenge for Camps Road don't look that great, and that's troublesome. Troublesome when you look at it as one slice of what we're doing, but if you look at it holistically in the big picture, I personally have been, and the farm has been, a really good support system for the other legs of the business. So a refresher on how my business is structured is that we have one overarching LLC, and then underneath I have 3 DBAs. We're a group doing this. I have 3 DBAs. One's a craft brewery, one's I guess you could call it a craft distillery, and then the farm itself. And the farm lends story, support, resources to that brewery and that distillery, set them apart in their market niche. It's a very complicated thing to set up. Has its bumps in the road, but at the end of the day, it's really awesome that I can go walk out of my front door, go 200 feet, and then get a beer out of the tap. So with farming, you know, what I'm doing, the vegetables behind me, there's hops on the other side of the camera. Farming is just not a very profitable, very easy thing to do. Hard, you have to work hard, be very efficient, and have a ton of luck to have any kind of margins and net profit at the end of the day. But farming is also rewarding and awesome and amazing and all this other good stuff that for me, that farm lends that necessary marketing edge, that niche edge, the supply edge for the brewery and the distillery. So I'll often, when I say resources, I mean my mental resources, my physical resources or skills, or something on farm that would benefit the brewery or distillery. They take priority over what I'm doing on farm because they're more profitable as a business than the farm is. And in order for all of this to keep going, it has to be financially sustainable, not just ecologically sustainable. So we're doing a lot of good on here on farm and in general, but there's still bills to pay, man. There's always some fee and some zoning thing that we have to pay for, or some permit or tax or this or that. That you think about $6 a pound for chicken, or I think we're $6-7 a bottle, a big bottle for beer. But there's a lot that goes into that. You know, it's a new young business, very hard to set up, and that's that point I want to drive home with this video, and drive home with the Farm Finance Challenge. That, you know, you read Edible Magazine, you read Modern Farmer, you see a lot of blogs, backyard chicken stuff, really get excited about farming, want to get into it full time. And then when you actually get into the weeds, it's super difficult. I just got slammed with a big car bill that I'm not sure how I'm going to pay for it, because my salary doesn't cover all that, because the farm can only pay so much. And if I put extra hours on the farm, that doesn't mean I necessarily earn more money. And if I put in extra hours, I'm not spending it with family, and there's that balance to strike that, you know, have to look at the whole big picture of what you're doing, why you're doing it, assess your values, know what you want to get out of it, and what you need to cover to have your basic living expenses covered by what you're doing, because otherwise it's just, you know, forget financially, mentally, emotionally, it's not going to work if you have too many things knocking on your door, pulling your sleeve. This is one of my favorite things. I go to do something, someone pulls on my sleeve. I feel like at times I just can't get anything done. It's very, very difficult. Super grumpy pants. And that is my update for Camps Road Farm. And it may be a little bit down in the dumps. Normally I'm a very upbeat guy, smiling, sunglasses, tan, farmer's tan. But it's been very difficult. It's been a very difficult start to the season. And if I can get that across to just a few people, how hard this actually is, with the case study of the Farm Finance Challenge and the Growing Farms podcast and Farm Marketing Solutions to back it up, then I feel like at the end of the day I've done my job. So that's my very serious update for now, and yeah, I hope you keep tuning in. I'm going to keep these videos rolling, and we'll see what happens. And until next time, I'll see you out in the field.